Donald Trump has finally decided that with his polls lagging in literally every poll, it's time to get off the bench and get back into the game. So he has decided to add more rallies to his schedule. He had one in North Carolina yesterday that, of course, went completely off the rails, didn't do him any favors. He had the one in Montana last week that also did not go well for him, but by God, he's going to keep on doing it because he thinks this is where he is best. But of course, it actually gives everybody those horrible sound bites, the ridiculous images, like the one from North Carolina where he showed two things of Tic Tacs and was like, "This is inflation." They're breath mints. Okay. And you bought a small pack and a big pack. They come in different sizes. But he tried to say that the small pack of Tic Tacs is what they have now. They don't have the big packs that you clearly just bought. So yeah, you debunked yourself there. Awesome work, bud. However, there is something notably missing from these Trump rallies. Usually, when Donald Trump goes out and does a rally, much like a musician doing a concert or a comedian performing an act, you have an opening act, right? You don't just go out there and start talking to a crowd that hasn't been warmed up a little bit. No. So you get local politicians, down-ballot Republicans, to come and speak and get the crowd worked up before you take the stage. I mean, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have been doing that on their rally spree across the country. They're bringing in local politicians, people running for office, people that hold office. There is no shortage of Democratic politicians that want to get up on the stage with Harris and Walz. On the other side, however, Donald Trump, according to reports, is struggling to get any Republican candidates to come up and appear with him at his rallies. And there's a very obvious reason for that. As I mentioned, Donald Trump is behind in every single poll. Harris is beating him in all 5 of the crucial swing states now. Arizona, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Michigan. She is now beating him in all those states, and she's tied with him, by the way, in Georgia. So Republicans, down-ballot Republicans, running for House, running for Senate, running for local offices, doesn't matter. They can see the writing on the wall right now. We are less than 3 months out from this election. Donald Trump is 1 month out, 1 month and 2 days, I guess, from a possible criminal sentence on September 18th. That's not a good look. He is a loser. His campaign is going down in flames. He's going to say horrible things at his rallies that are going to make the headlines. So why would you're just running for county commissioner, you're running for a state house seat. Why do you want to hitch your wagon to that? Why do you want to be on that same stage that you know a clip from that is going to go viral at some point? It doesn't make any sense for these Republican candidates to be up there with Donald Trump. So these reports suggest that these candidates are skipping the rallies. Now, not all of them. Donald Trump is still able to pull in a couple opening acts here and there, but typically it's people that actually have lower approval ratings than he does. So these people are like, well, he's unpopular, but I'm even more unpopular, so I got nowhere to go but up at this point. Yeah, keep thinking that and see how that plays out for you come November. But the point is, Donald Trump is running out of friends. I've talked, again, in just the last 7 days. The donors are leaving him. The MAGA influencers are leaving him. His own party in the House and Senate is attacking him for running a horrible campaign. And now he can't even get basic Republican candidates to show up and perform with him on stage. This is a dying campaign. I mean, I don't know that in my 20 plus years of doing this now, I have ever seen somebody fall so hard, so fast. Because Donald Trump, let's look back at what happened over the summer, right? At the end of May, you get the criminal sentencing, right? His polls go down, Biden's go up. And that lasts for about 2.5 to 3 weeks. And then, right before the debate, Donald Trump had once again overtaken President Biden. And that was before the debate. After the debate, Donald Trump had everything going his way. I mean, aside from almost, taking a bullet, that was bad. But even that should have bumped him up in the polls. But it didn't. His convention should have bumped him up in the polls. It didn't. And then after all of that didn't happen for him, Biden drops out. And suddenly the Democrats have all the momentum. They have all the enthusiasm. Everything is going great for the Democrats. Everything is going horrible for Donald Trump. And all of this happened just over the summer. Trump went from really down in the polls after the conviction to up in the polls to way up in the polls after the debate. Then they started to level off a little more, and then Biden drops out and Trump bottoms out. So he's holding more rallies. He thinks that this will save him. Getting out there, talking to these people, letting them see me. Oh, this is great. All I need are some local Republicans who these people know. They see their commercials on TV, so y'all come up on stage with me. Come on, guys. Come on. Where you at, guys? Anybody want to come be with me up on stage here? No? Okay. All right, I'll just do this myself. I got my Tic Tacs. I'm totally ready to go. That's what Donald Trump is doing right now. His campaign is in a death spiral, and there are no indicators working in Trump's favor right now. Typically when a campaign starts to flounder a little bit, they can at least point to maybe a couple positives, right? Like, oh, well, his approval rating is bad, but he's actually trusted on this issue. But that's not even the case for Trump anymore. He's now losing on the issues. He's losing in likability. He's losing in who voters think is the most honest and who is the most sincere. He's losing on the economy. He's losing the swing states. And now these other Republicans who realize that their political life is also on the line along with Donald Trump, they don't want to be a part of it. They can still make a name for themselves. They can still run an independent campaign and possibly win, even if Trump loses. Because they, as far as we know, some of them have not turned off the moderate voters yet. They still have the independents. Trump does not. So what these Republicans are counting on by not going to Trump's rally is that they're going to get the ticket splitters, right? So you're going to have these people in their districts, in their states, whatever it is, that are going to vote for Harris Walz, not Donald Trump. But then down ballot, they may say, but you know what? I like this guy running for the House. I like this woman running for the Senate. They're Republicans, but I'm going to vote for them. But if those people hitch their wagons to Donald Trump, if they become associated with that same toxicity, when those voters go to the voting booth and they get their ballot and they're like, okay, definitely not Trump. These Senate people, I don't see much of a difference, but he was on stage with Trump and he said some horrible things, so I'm not voting for him. That's what happens. And that's why these Republican politicians are running away as fast as they can, because at this point, they don't even want to be seen next to Donald Trump. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.